Today, I fancy doing something a little bit different, so I'm going to cook chicken wings 3 ways to see what comes out best. So we're going to put just the rub on 2 lots. One lot's going to go directly over the fire in the Kamado Joe, and one lot's going to go indirect in the kettle barbecue. The other lot is going to have a rub, and then we're going to sauce it at the end. That's also going to go indirect in the kettle barbecue, and we'll see which one comes out best. I'm going to be using these banging rubs from Smoke Club. We've got this Spice Baby, which is a Creole rub. I absolutely love Creole flavours. And we've got this beer can chicken, which is garlic and thyme. So they're going on. I'm going to use the firmer pen to keep an eye on the temperature. A, to make sure they're safe to eat, but B, I like to take my wings that little bit further to about 85 degrees, just for that extra crispiness. Oh yes, so let's crack on. Show you how we prepare the wings. I've got the Kamado Joe fired up, I've got the Weber Kettle fired up. This is going to be a good one. Let me show you how I prepare my wings. Don't be one of those guys that doesn't separate the flats from the drums. Who wants to pick up a whole wing? Yes, it might look good, but be good to your guests. Separate the flats from the drums. Easy to do. Take a sharp knife, just go through the skin, and then all you do is just find the join where that bone, where the flat meets the drum, and your knife should just glide through. Again, flat, drum, knife goes through the skin, find the join, and your knife just glides through. That easy, or even easier, get yourself some poultry scissors and just snip, just straight through like that. Really easy. So there's no excuses. Just do it. Be good to your guests. Makes eating them so much easier. You can scoff a load more down when you haven't got to bother faffing around with the whole wing. So let's do that with all of these wings. That's our wings separated. Next thing I like to do, these are really wet. So you just want to take a bit of kitchen roll and just give them just a bit of a pat down with the kitchen roll. Get them fairly dry. Wet skin is going to make it harder to get crispy skin. So if you start with dry skin, you've got the best possible chance of getting crispy skin. So let's just give them a quick pat down with that kitchen roll. Now to get some flavour on there, 2/3 are going to have this Creole seasoning, and the other third are going to have this seasoning here, the beer can chicken one. The thing I like about these Smoke Club rubs, they don't have any sugar in them. If you've got a load of sugar in a rub when you're cooking wings, especially if you're doing them directly over the fire, they're more likely to, shall we say, caramelise. So no sugar in these, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and just start seasoning these up. So that's the chicken wings all rubbed up, ready to go. I've got the Kamado Joe fired up to 200 degrees Celsius. Like I said, I'm cooking them directly over the coals. They're far enough away from the fire that they're not going to burn, so don't worry. I've got the Weber Kettle fired up. That's sitting at about 230, 240 Celsius. We want that as hot as possible because we're going to cook them indirect in the Weber Kettle. So you want it as hot as possible to aid in that crispy skin. So let's crack on, let's get these on the grills. Remember, I'm going to be using the firmer pen to take the temperature of the wings. Like I said, chicken is safe to eat at 73 degrees, but with wings, I just like to take them a little bit further, personal preference. So let's crack on, load them onto the grills. Oh baby. The wings are in, and now we wait. After about 10-15 minutes, we're going to give the wings a flip in the Kamado Joe. After about 15 minutes on the kettle, we're going to give them a flip as well. You would have noticed that in the kettle barbecue, I've banked the coals to one side. You want to get your barbecue as hot as possible for that crispy skin. So you have your coals on one side and your wings on the other side. If you have the wings straight over the coals, they're going to burn to a crisp. They're too close to the coals in the kettle barbecue. It's okay in the Kamado Joe because there's a bit more clearance away from the coals. So they're indirect, they're direct. Now we wait, like I said, 15 minutes in, we're going to give them a flip until they're done. Firmer pen is going to tell us when they're done. I cannot wait. So the wings are off. We've got our garlic and thyme ones here. We've got the Creole ones here. Obviously we're gonna half these, put some in a bowl, stick some hot sauce on there, and that's our chicken wings 3 ways. Then we're gonna have a taste and see ultimately which one is the winner. And now we put them to the taste test. So here we've got the garlic and thyme ones. This is the beer can chicken rub that were cooked directly over the coals on the Kamado Joe. I can feel the skin, it's nice and crispy, got a lovely colour on there. Let's have a taste. Nice, crispy skin. That rub just goes with chicken so well. So, number 1, very good contender. Sticking with the dry wings, we're gonna go over to the one that's got the Spice Baby, the Creole seasoning on. Gotta say, this is one that I've been really looking forward to. So again, let's have a taste. These were cooked indirect on the kettle barbecue. Really juicy, juicier than the ones that were cooked direct, probably. That's my favourite so far. That Creole flavours, like I said, I love Creole flavours, and that just complements that chicken perfectly. That is a good wing. So that brings me onto the last ones, the ones with the Creole seasoning and the hot sauce, again cooked indirect. Let's have a go. That, again, is a fantastic wing. Oh. So there can only be one winner, and that winner is me, because I get to eat all of these wings. All 3 of these are absolutely banging. They've all got different flavour profiles. They've all been cooked differently, but ultimately they've all ended up as beautiful, tasty wings. Cooked them to about 85, 90 degrees, but they're still juicy. They've retained the moisture. They've got lovely crispy skin, a little bit of smoke flavour from the fire. The rubs complement them really well. Really do enjoy this Creole seasoning on those wings, but the garlic and thyme one as well. Stick that on a whole roast chicken, that's an absolute winner. So, like I said, there's only one winner, that winner's me. I've got all these wings to eat, so I'm gonna go in, smash them in, and I'll see you next time.